Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I don't know about you. I can't believe it is already Monday. And I feel like I still had to be festive in the holiday spirit. So I hadn't worn these yet. So since this is still a holiday themed broadcast, I figured I would wear the last of my holiday apparel for you today. So, first thing is thank you so much for joining. The next thing is if you're watching this later, put hashtag replay. It's not a problem at all. I would just love to know you were here. The next thing is if you'd like to share this with someone, please you get that little share button on the bottom, just put share. The other thing is if you also would like to share, you have the option of tagging them. If you know somebody that needs this, tag them. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to bring you in, take you back out, but we're going to have some fun. We're not going to keep you long. So if you don't know me, I am your host, Dr. Ericka. I am a Harvard-trained, board-certified psychiatrist and an integrative lifestyle coach. I am irrationally passionate about helping people be better so they can do better and live better. So I am so excited to bring this content to you to help you move on up to the next level. I do that through my telepsychiatry practice, my book, Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, along with my speaking. So right now, guess what I'm doing? I am speaking. So let's go ahead and get this moving and get this started. So the topic today, we're talking about our reflections from the holidays, Christmas edition. Because we are in the holiday season. We already did Thanksgiving, we did Christmas, New Year's is coming, we're in the mid-Kwanzaa. All of this stuff is coming up, and I had some personal experiences that I wanted to share with you because I think there are some really good nuggets of information in them. So not to keep you too long, I want to go ahead and get to it. So the first thing is just being healthy is a blessing. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and other health and diseases didn't stop just because of COVID. So just being able to approach this holiday season in a way and feel that you are physically healthy is a blessing. And I'm blessed that both of my parents are in good health. And just being able to recognize and acknowledge that just being in decent health itself is a blessing, to not be dealing with major health issues, from cardiovascular issues to diabetes to bad asthma, all that kind of stuff, cancer. Then you add on top of it COVID-19 and what everyone is going through. And one of the things we're seeing is there are some people that they get it, they aren't symptomatic. There's some people they get it, they have symptoms and then they go away. And then there's some people they get it, they have symptoms, and then they still have residual symptoms for what feels like forever. So it is just a blessing to be healthy. The next one is family time is a gift. And this one, let me know if you're in here. Were you able to spend any time with your family? And that includes virtual, on the screen, talking on the phone, or being in person. Because I know right now the complicated thing is being able to safely be around your family is complicated and a bit difficult. And also for a lot of us, these holiday seasons, especially Christmas, are seasons where not only do we typically get together with our family, we get together with lots of members with our family. So it's lots and lots of people. And I know for me, I was able to do family time, but it took a lot of preparation. So the first thing is I'm very blessed that my schedule is flexible enough to be able to do the amount of things that had to be done to safely come home. The next thing is I was blessed to have a flexible schedule enough, and my parents, or at least my mom, my dad wasn't close to drive, but my mom was close enough to drive, that I had the option of being able to drive home. There are a lot of people I know, a lot of friends I know, who where they live and where their parents live aren't close enough for them to actually drive home. So I was able to stay home for 2 weeks, COVID test, and then come home. And that was a blessing. And then I was at my mom, which has a couple of family members. So it wasn't anything like before where we'd have house filled with people. And we just can't roll like that. And I know for me, it's even more complicated because my dad's family's here, but they're in a different bubble. So I can't necessarily hang out with them. But just to be able to do anything with your family is a humongous gift right now. It's it's very important and to take advantage. So I know for me, there were things that I would otherwise do. There were things going on social media, some other activities, and I chose to pass them because I don't often get to spend time with my mom. So I decided on that. So let me know if you're in here, if you were able to spend any, how you connected with your family over the holiday. So the next thing is, it's literally about the simple things. I don't know about you, but for me, this Christmas was so scaled back. It was even scaled back enough that at my mom's house, we don't even have the big tree. It's the little tree. It actually didn't have any ornaments or lights until Christmas morning. But we didn't buy a bunch of gifts this year. I think I've been pretty transparent. There's a period in COVID where I wasn't getting paid. And then I was investing in my business. So we just scaled back. And I know a lot of families, money has been a little funny during COVID. Things have changed. Also, priorities have changed. We're all trying to keep these businesses afloat. And then people are realizing the value of all of those safety net funds. So people are putting more money away, saving, those kinds of things, which is just changing how we would spend and how many things we would buy. And one of the things I realized is, number one, a lot of stuff, and it's stuff we don't need. It's stuff we probably don't even want that bad. We want it in a moment, but it's not one of those things that you're like, oh my God, if I don't have this, it's going to be horrible. You start realizing, and one of the beauties of this period is you start realizing how much stuff you buy and you get and you accumulate that you really don't need. And since we did scale back, one of the things that was interesting to me is, I'm going to tell you a little story about my little cousin. She's sweet as pie. And as you know, we're all talking about, a lot of us scaled back some this Christmas, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. So, she's homeschooling. She would rather be at school. So this isn't necessarily a time that's been perfect for her. But she is extremely thoughtful, and she didn't get humongous gifts. She didn't get a million gifts, but she got, a decent amount. But a lot of them were relatively small things, but they were things she really wanted and really liked. So ironically, in the middle of a pandemic, my little cousin's like, this is the best Christmas ever. And who would think people would be talking about this being the best Christmas in the middle of a pandemic? But it's about gratitude and the little things. And a lot of times what we are so used to seeing is big, it's shiny, it's expensive. And we start realizing that what we need isn't all that stuff. It's being able to spend time with each other. It's being able to be thoughtful. It's the call that you didn't know you were going to get. It's the Christmas card, the letter, the note, or someone saying thank you for something that usually people wouldn't say thank you for. But it's about all those simple little things. It reminds me of something I've said before when talking with my friends, is that we remember how simple things were when we were in college. We didn't have much money. We'd buy chicken wings and pizza from this place called Pizza Cave, where if you went and got it, it was like buy one, get free, one get a second pizza free. You got twice as many wings. We didn't have much money, but we would make it work. But you remember how happy you were. And you start realizing that if we focus on these relationships, the things that we need and the simple ways to fuel our soul, that there's a lot of joy to be had there. Now, the bonus is habits and routines need intentional action, because I know I am not the only one. I've been doing so great. I was working out 4 to 5 days a week, eating really well, and I came home. You name it, I've eaten it, from cookies to brownies to chicken wings to French fries to dressing to potato salad. You name it, I've been eating it. I just got Twizzlers today. I feel like I've been eating the whole kitchen sink. And I had gotten off I told you kind of how I do the miracle morning, and I've kind of been off schedule because I'm sleeping in, is that you may have things and you've been doing them a while, may feel like habits and routines, but I bet all of you out there have had times where you've been doing something religiously and then you stop, and then you just stop. So to me, one of the lessons and the reminders was that these habits and routines need to be intentional. But the other thing is, the great thing is, if you fall off the wagon or you don't do them for a second, those habits and routines are still there. You can always go back and do them again. So I started getting back in my habits. So I had my smoothie this morning. So, to balance out the Twizzlers. But I just want to say those habits and routines are still there. So if you fall off the wagon a little bit, or you're up late and you're not on your usual schedule, there's no rule that you can't go back to how it was. So don't give up on yourself. You can head on back. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about, reflections for the holidays, Christmas edition. We're going to do a quick recap, then I'm going to get you out of here. All right. About the first lesson, just being healthy is a blessing. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and beyond that, my personal trainer reminds me that the average American just isn't that healthy anyway, pre-pandemic. So that just being able to be somewhat healthy is a blessing in itself. And it's a blessing when you are healthy. It's a blessing when your family's healthy. So sometimes you just got to take the small stuff. So being healthy is a blessing, and we can't take it for granted. You got to do things to stay healthy, which also means doing that stuff we've been talking about, even with COVID, wearing your mask, stay at least 6 feet away. I've told you I don't travel. I'm not on the planes. I want to see my mom if I couldn't drive here. You aren't catching me on a plane. You got to use common sense right now. The next one is family time is a gift. That any way you spend time with your family is a gift. And I've been really trying to take advantage of the fact that I won't be seeing my mom for a while. So it's kind of all about her right now. I think she enjoys it. I think she likes it. But just not to take that for granted. Everyone doesn't even have a chance to do that. The next is, it's about the simple things. It's going back to basics and remembering those things that bring you joy or make you feel appreciated or loved. Excuse the fact that the air fryer is going off in mom's house. You get all of the details of what's going on up in here. So it's about the simple things. Just take moments to be grateful for what you have and the people in your life. And this is a great time that you can also share warm thoughts with others. And it's not about spending all of this money. It can be sending someone a note, calling them, reaching out to someone you haven't talked to in a while, making time to spend time. Time is precious, so people really appreciate it. And apparently my mother is still on it with the air fryer. Sorry. The last one is bonuses. Habits and routines need intentional action. A lot of them, no matter how much we feel like they're total habit, if we don't make any intention towards them, especially when it's really comfy, like you're home and you've got the couch and your late night TV watching, it's very easy to come out of your habits and routines. So to stay in them, you have to be intentional. And there are times where sometimes we decide that we need a little break. You take a little break, but you have to always remember that those habits and routines are there and you can always go back to them. So don't give up on them. Head on back. So thank you so much for joining me. I feel all of the love. I'm so happy to have you. Thanks again for joining. Again, if you know someone that needs this, please tag or share. If you're watching it later, put hashtag replay. Just let me know you were here. I appreciate it. Again, I am your host, Dr. Ericka, Harvard-trained, double board certified psychiatrist and integrative lifestyle coach. I am irrationally passionate about helping people be better so they can do better, so they can live better. I do this through my adult telepsychiatry, along with my book, Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, along with my speaking. So thank you so much for joining. I'm just going to stick something up here real quick. If you know someone that, or even you are just feeling a little out of whack, or just feel like you need a little help or a little assistance or just a mental health checkup, go ahead and check the link below. Go to AskDrGoodwin.com. AskDrGoodwin.com. You can set up a 15-minute free consultation with me. Right now I'm seeing people in California, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Missouri, Arizona. It's like trying to keep up with everything is a little extra some days, in Pennsylvania. So that's what I got for you tonight. I will be back tomorrow with Growth Groove with Dr. Ericka at 7 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you here. I have a special 4-part series coming up, so you're not going to want to miss it. Take care. Good night.